Good evening, everybody. My name's Lynn. I'm in Austin. This is K5LYN. This is the Boat Anchors Net. We've been getting together here on Wednesday evenings for several years now, talking about vintage radios. Most of us are on vacuum tube radios. Some hybrids come by. Folks come by on modern radios that are interested in what we're doing, and that's perfectly okay if you want to come by and say hello. Buy-sell trades are welcome if they are boat anchor related. And if you're working on a radio and need some technical advice, and I always do, I'm bothering several of my friends over things that I can't seem to figure out, and I appreciate their help immensely. Eventually we get it all figured out. The station here tonight, I like to talk about the year 1952 a little bit, when Gene Kelly was dancing and singing in the rain, and General Eisenhower was figuring on being president someday. And Wes Shum, W9DYV, was in the basement of his house in Chicago working on this radio that I'm on right now, the Central Electronics 10A. The 10A puts out about 7 watts into a little homebrewed homebrew sweep tube amplifier, 6KD6, and that's putting out another 40 watts into a Drake L4B, and it's holding my peak reading meter to 400 watts here. Let me pick up some folks that I know are here, and then we'll go from there. Let's get to K5EF first and talk about the next vintage radio and other issues, interesting meeting we're having down in his area in New Orleans, the New Orleans area, July the 19th. Nick, pick it up, K5LYN.
Hey, Lynn, this is K5EF. Just want to say hi to everyone. Running the Collins KWM230L1 tonight. And we all had a great time over at Belton. It was a lot of fun, and it was good seeing everybody again. We missed it for the last couple of times, so it was really great to come out there and see everyone, and enjoy the flea market on Friday, which was excellent as usual. And of course, we came back with all kinds of goodies, which just happens with the group that we've got. Anyway. Nothing really new to report on the W9DYV symposium other than the fact that it is in the middle of July, and we are looking for speakers, though, people that are interested in presenting some of the homebrew equipment that they've been working on, giving us hints and kinks, that sort of thing. So we will certainly be reaching out shortly to see if we can't shake the bushes a bit and get a few more speakers lined up. We already have several of them now. I guess actually 5, and but we do need some more. So we're interested in Collins. If you have any Collins experts out there that would like to talk to us, we have one fellow that's coming down talking about the Collins S2 line, which is extremely rare. And in any event, that's kind of what we're looking to do. I did finally get this little Drake receiver that I picked up over at Belton working, and that was quite a nice little fun. Had a great time. Anyway, that's it, Lynn. You sound great. It's K5EF, okay?
Outstanding, Nick. Yeah, I had a great time, too. Good to see all you guys, and we're sure looking forward to getting over there in July. All right, let me pick up some folks here. Hey, Bob, I heard you first. KA5CXG and the Boat Anchors, K5LYN. How about it? Well, that answered my question. Bob will be back. How about Fred, W5HCR? What do you say, Fred? Am I on the air tonight?
Yep.
All right, Dan, let's go to you, KWOZ. What about it?
Yeah, good evening, Lynn. Everybody else, I'm surprised. I could hear those other guys quite well earlier. This is Dan, KWOZ in downtown Houston. I'm not really on a boat anchor. It doesn't have tubes. Well, there's tubes in the amplifier, so maybe that counts. But I'm probably on the most beautiful Kenwood PS430 that anybody would ever lay eyes on. I didn't want to buy anything in Belton, but I brought this thing home. It has the original box, the original shower cap that was on the radio. It looks like it's never been used. Both boxes are just gorgeous inside now. Original manual. Power cord had never been cut or used. Microphone doesn't look like it's ever been used. Got all the filters. all the extra boards in it, and the only thing I had to do is clean the on-off switch because it wouldn't come on, but it thing is just gorgeous inside now. And I'm driving a Heathkit SB201, which is the same kind of condition. So with this pair being about 36 years old, I think it almost qualifies as a boat anchor. Anyway, that's it. Just run a 2-band bazooka. The microphone is a Shure 444D. And that's it. KWOZ. Back to that. Had a great time in Belton buying junk.
Nice signal, Dan. Good sounding radio. Thanks for clarifying the age because I wasn't familiar with it. It's doing a great job. All right, Dan, anything else for the group this evening?
No, not at all. Just had a good time except for the rain. You know, I feel bad that I didn't want to buy anything other than one tube, and I bought one tube and all the vacuum was out of it, so that was a waste. But I ended up with some junk anyway, so that's all that matters.
Okay. Great time all the way around. All right, to my neighbor, TXW, what do you say, George?
X-ray golf is back, too.
Okay, I'll get to you in a bit, Bob.
Hello, Lynn, and all around the net from WB5TXW, just here on a rice box and enjoying listening to some real radios. WB5TXW back to net.
Good sounding radio, George. We'll be in touch. Okay, Mr. CXG, talk to us, Bob.
Okay, I will. K5CXG. Bob out here at San Angelo. I'm on the 765 tonight. Next week I'll be on the 820. I'll be out at the lake and I'll put the 820 on. And I would have got in earlier. I heard you. I had the 388 hooked up to the antenna and was getting it all dialed in. Here's the rest of the net, and you called me. But I heard it anyway. Nothing new. About the same old, which is good. You know, I hope everybody has a good week, and we'll keep it short and say 73s to everybody, and we will listen to the rest of the net on the old 388. I'll catch y'all later, K560.
Sounded great, Bob. Nice signal into Austin, and the sun's still shining here, so it's amazing we got propagation this early. All right, I'm going to call RON, then I'm going to call UOZ, and then we'll go from there. Mr. RON in Oklahoma, what do you say, Ron? K5LYN.
This is WB5RON, just north of Shawnee, Oklahoma, little town of Meeker. And this evening I'm on my Swan 500 CX Swan with special calling filters in it, SS16 I believe, with the matching power supply, and just on a little Regency hand mic, and that's about it up here. Didn't make Belton Hamfest this time, but we're going to Claremore, Lord willing, this Saturday. So that's about all I have here. Other than that, I do have a Heathkit sitting over there I used all the time, SB100, feeding into an SB220 Heathkit amplifier with a Electro Voice 243A microphone. That's on it. And the 55 Chevrolet Bel Air hardtop sitting in the garage, and a 31 Ford Coupe, and I'm just an old timer. That's about it. I'm 74 years old. Had a copy.
Okay, Ron. And thanks for the report on the cars there. I was an old car person for many years. I drove Hudsons for 35 years. You got any Hudsons up there in Oklahoma?
Oh, yeah. You said Hudson?
Yeah, Hudson.
Yeah, they're at the car shows. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm just 74 years old, and I got a wife that I've had for 53 years now. I tell her it seems like 54. but she says it's only been 53. Okay, back to the net.
Sounded good, Ron. Nice work on those radios. Good to hear you this evening. Okay, I said I was going to talk to Perry, didn't I? KB0UOZ. What do you say, Perry?
Yeah, okay, Lynn. Thanks for getting me in. Good evening to you. Good evening to everybody here on a good old boat anchor net on Wednesday night. Well, I've been running my Kenwood hybrid stuff here for a couple of weeks, and I thought, boy, oh boy, here's the boat anchor net. I better fire something up a little more. But anyway, I kind of on my usual. I'm on a Heathkit SP102 and driving that into the SP220 and out through my ladder line to my 135-foot inverted Z. So that's kind of the story here. Kind of saying my same stuff. Got several things over here to work on, but it's getting to be summertime and too many things outside to do to work on radio. So we'll see how it all turns out. Anyway, I'll listen along. Thanks for getting me in, KB0UOZ.
Perry, you've come up quite a bit since you first checked in a while ago. Am I doing better up there?
Yeah, you are. You're good, but you're getting more gooder.
That's yeah, that's the way I'd describe it down here too. Let's hope that works for all of us. Great to hear you, Perry. It's always fun. All right, let me see here. Who else do I want to talk to? How about KE5Q and then KL7CD? What do you say, Jim?
Yeah, this is Kilo Echo 5 Quebec, Jim in Plano, and I'm not on the boat anchor tonight. Well, one of them's the boat anchor. I am on the flex, but I'm driving my MLA 2500 amplifier that I've had for, 25 years or so, and that's going into the Ultimax 8040 double bazooka. And I did a little test earlier, switching back and forth. But anyway, I'm on the Ultimax tonight. And really enjoyed seeing a lot of you there at Belton. It was fun. Friday being, for me, the most important day. And Robert, WW9W, we always go together down there. And we had a great time. And I didn't, I don't know what happened. I didn't buy much. I bought an HW12A. Which Byron took back with him, WA580X. The shaft for the tuning capacitor was broken off. And I bought a Shure 444 mic, and I think that's about the only thing I came back with. That's pretty sad, isn't it? K5LYN in the net, KE5Q.
Well, Jim, I think, it would be kind of wise, actually, that most of us don't succeed at that, but you did very well. Good to hear you. Nice signal into Austin. Okay, let's see here. I said, what would I say? I was going to talk to Mike, KL7CD. Hey, Mike, how are you? K5LYN.
Okay, Lynn. I'm doing fine. K5LYN, this is KL7, Charlie Delta. Oh, we had 90, I think I told everybody earlier, we had 92 for a high here today, so it's getting ready to be summer. But it was beautiful and quite windy. We had a wind from the south, so all the little squiggly things that fall out of the live oak trees, I've been blowing them off the patios and driveway now for 2 days, and that wind came up and covered them up again, so I guess I'll get to do that again tomorrow. Enjoyed Belton. I got there Thursday evening and was all day Friday, and I didn't go inside until Saturday morning. Of course, it was raining by then, and as soon as I got done making a trip around the inside there, I just got in my truck and went home. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. I picked up a reconditioned Fluke meter. I had the high voltage probe that Jim, KB5ZIV, told me I ought to buy in order to check high voltage on some of these amplifiers, and but it plugs right into a Fluke meter, and I didn't have a Fluke meter, so I saw one there and picked that up, and so that was about, and I bought a book from you, Lynn. You remember that? So that's about all I picked up, and let's see what else is going on. That's about it. I'm running the The Hallicrafters twins here tonight as usual, and the SB220 runs out via coax to a inverted V. No, actually a flat top dipole up about 25 feet. And the microphone's a Shure 444D. And that's about it from here, Lynn. Really good to hear all these rigs on, and boy, the band is really nice tonight. I mean, at least at my location, the noise level's way lower than it usually is. Run about a S4 for me. K5LYN to pick it back up. KL7 Charlie Delta.
The Hallicrafters are sounding great tonight, Mike, on my end. Did you ever try that sideband suppression tuning that we talked about?
Yeah, I did, and interestingly enough, I turned my rig on tonight. I turned the receiver on quite a bit early, let it stabilize, and I was tuned up on 3916, so I switched over to a dummy load and was going to retune the rig, transmitter, and amplifier for 3870, and I did that, and then when I switched, I tuned it up in AM mode, because I just used the carrier, and then when I switched back to sideband, I monitor my signal with an old oscilloscope, and when I switched back to sideband and pressed the trigger on the microphone, I had a big carrier, and that really surprised me. I haven't done anything to the rig. It just all of a sudden appeared, and I took the lid off and adjusted the carrier balance and took it right out. But it's odd how you run it for a week or 2 or 3 weeks, and then all of a sudden one day you turn it on and up jumps this carrier. So some component or something had aged and reached a point where it knocked the carrier balance out. That's the only thing I can figure. But yeah, I got the sideband suppression as good as I can get it, unwanted sideband. Back to you, Lynn.
Yeah, when I listen to your upper sideband, I can just barely hear any evidence of you there. So it's on my meter 30 or 40 dB gone. So I think you did really good. I didn't tune for carrier, but these phasing rigs, I tend to check my carrier on my 10A here every time because it will creep back in with components changing a little bit with humidity and stuff like that. You're sounding great, Mike. Anything else for the net this evening?
No, that's it, Lynn. Carry on.
Okay. All right, I guess I'll talk to maybe EDX, and I'll give it to Jay. Mr. Byron, what's new? K5LYN. Okay, well, I'll let Jay talk to him then. KM5QS, pick it up, Jay, K5LYN.
Yeah, okay, Lynn. Do I sound a little closer to your frequency now?
Well, you're a little bit lower than I was, but I might have crept up, so we'll have to get somebody who knows where the true 3870 is to straighten this out.
And I'm back, Jay. Do what now? Oh, you're back, Byron? Okay.
Come on up.
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know if I'm back on frequency, though. What do you think? Well, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly where I am. I should be pretty close.
Well, KE5Q is on a flex. Jim, you still there?
Yeah, Jim, KE5Q, are you still there?
You guys are low. Yeah, you're about 50 hertz low, Jay.
I'm about 5. Where am I at, George?
Dano said you're about 50 hertz low. I didn't look at it, but I know you're low.
Okay, well, I'm looking, yeah, these things are, okay, that should have brought me up more than I needed to be, but, there we go. Okay, that'll be pretty close.
You didn't move.
I didn't move. Yes, I did.
No, you're about 100 low.
What the heck? Oh, okay, I don't know. Let's see here. If I'm low, now that ought to bring me up.
Just about that much more.
Dang. Okay. That's really weird. How about that?
Just a hair more.
I think what I need to do is calibrate my frequency counter again. I thought I had it calibrated, but whoops, I went the wrong way. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 while I'm talking. And one more notch right about there. That ought to do it.
Hell, you still need to come up. I think your frequency counter is off frequency. Yeah, I don't think you moved at all.
Well, I don't know. Excuse me. I'll have to zero beat it to get something else.
What? You were right on earlier.
Yeah, I know. It was right on the money a while ago. I'll do something in just a second, but Byron, while I'm playing with this thing, which, okay, I'm supposed to be on now according to my 990, but anyway, Byron, go ahead. KM5QS.
Yeah, KM5QX. This is Whiskey Alpha 5, Edward David X-Ray, Bluffdale. And not on frequency, probably. I think I just split the difference between everybody. So I should sound okay to half the people. Tonight I'm on a Barefoot TS-820S again. And got a pretty high noise level this evening. I don't know why. I guess because of the heat we had today. Makes the bands a little bit noisy, but still copying everybody okay. Been sitting over here at the workbench all afternoon working on a Swan 350D, as in dog, that I got in Belton last Friday. And so far, it seems to be going to work okay. Of course, Murphy's Law always comes into play. I had to build a power cord for it. And power cord, well, the radio worked okay for like 36 hours, bringing it up on a Variac, but then when I started messing around with it this afternoon, all of a sudden it started drawing too much current. And I thought that maybe the transformer was going, because I was looking for the short, and cut all the leads from the secondary, and it was still drawing too much current. And I was just about to just pull the damn transformer out, and then happened to find that I hadn't cut all the secondaries. The filament winding I had never cut. So I cut that and the short went away, and it turned out that the filament winding goes back through the connector head for a AC-DC adapter, or a DC-AC adapter. And I had, there was a short in the connector I had built that mates to it, or intermittent short, I guess. So no good deed goes unpunished, and nothing works right the first time. The story of my life. I don't know what. I think I'll put that on my gravestone, I guess. So, let's let some other people check in. I really enjoyed Belton. Didn't get too much, but did find a couple of radios I never have had before. So that's always makes a good fest. 73s, everybody. Listen out the net. WA5 Edward David X-Ray. Back to you, Jay.
Okay, Byron. Yeah, Belton was fun. Good deal. And your radio sounded great. So, yeah, Murphy's Law. I'm familiar with Murphy. If I ever catch Murphy, I'm going to chastise him greatly. But I know what you're talking about. And this is KM5QS, more or less on this frequency here, somewhere. I am on a new rig this evening. Well, new to me anyway. It's a Kenwood, set of Kenwood twins, the 599D twins, pretty ones. And picked them up at Belton, and they seem to work pretty well. The transmitter works great. The receiver, the little sensitivity is a little down. It probably needs some aligning. I'll take care of that when I get a chance, and we'll find out what's going on with all that. I'm running barefooted tonight because I don't have a hookup to drive the amp without overdriving it with these things. It's doing about 135 to 140 watts out barefooted, so the finals must be in good shape. Anyway, that being said, if you can't hear me well, that's probably why. I'm underpowered. Well, not really. Anyone else for the Boat Anchors Net? Come now, please.
Kilowatt 7 Bravo.
K5GIT.
Whiskey Alpha 5 Delta Sugar.
UOA. Kilo Charlie 5 November Papa Charlie.
Okay, that's about 4 that I got. I think there was more out there. Let me start with GIT. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, thank you, Jay. You got a good signal over here. This is Ron, and I'm in Kerrville, and it's good to hear everybody this evening. We had a good time up in Belton over the weekend. Enjoyed it, and always looking forward to it. Running a Drake Sea Line here and into SB 220, so I hope it's getting out and sounding decent. Go ahead there, Jay.
Alrighty, yeah, it sounds fine. No problem. That's one thing. I don't know if the sensitivity is down on this thing or not. It's really weird. It's a very quiet receiver, but it surprises me. I don't know. Anyway, I'm used to hearing static, and I'm not hearing it. But you're sounding great, Ron. So, anything else?
No, that's it. Enjoy hearing the net here, and a lot of good signals on.
Okie dokie. Thanks for checking in. Alrighty, next on the list, I think ending in ED, or Echo Delta. Go ahead.
Okay, 0 SED and Tyler, Jay. The name is Steve. QTH again is Tyler, Kenwood 520 3001. An MC50, wire up 40-odd feet, and that's about it. Good to see everybody in Belton. And back to you, Jay. K0 SED.
Okay, Steve. Yeah, good deal. Belton was fun. I didn't intend to buy anything, kind of like Dan, but I ended up bringing home almost as much as I took up there. So anyway, good deal. Good to see you. All right. MOE, I believe. Go ahead.
KB0 UOA, Steve in Wichita, on the Kenwood Tate 30, MC50 mic, American amp, my ground-mounted vertical. Got quite a bit of noise here in Wichita tonight, but pulling mostly out. So yeah, KB0 UOA.
All right, well, good deal. It's let me see here. Okay, I'm still playing with knobs and stuff. This thing, it's too pretty. I'll get it figured out one of these days again. It's on the second or third pair of these I've had, but that's what makes it fun. November, Papa Charlie, your turn, sir.
Good evening, Jay, and everybody on the net. This is Hubert in San Angelo, Kilo Charlie 5, November, Papa Charlie, on the TS-830 with MC50 microphone. That's all out to the off-center fed dipole. It's good to see everyone in Belton. First time I'd been there in about 3.5 years, and I guess you can blame me on the rain because I usually bring it. Anyway, everything was good, and Ron, on that CX 500CX, I think I'll just put mine on next time around. Get my old 500 Swan going again. So we'll see you guys later, KC5NPC.
Okay, Hubert. All righty. Well, you're sounding good as usual. Yeah, it was good to see everybody down there this time. Belton's always good, even when the weather doesn't exactly behave. It's still a good thing. It's still worth going anyhow. All righty. Thank you, sir. Okay, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited this evening?
Whiskey Alpha 5, Delta Sugar Sugar.
Okay, I got Delta Sugar Sugar, and there was somebody else with him. Who was the other?
November 5, November Yankee Zulu.
There's one out there I can't quite copy. There was one more though that was right with Bill there.
I got it, Jay. It's N5NYZ, Tom out in Alpine.
Tom, I hadn't heard you forever. Okay, let me go with these two, and then we'll see what we can pick up after that. Bill, DSS, go ahead.
Yeah, this is WA5DSS. We're in Kerrville. Name is Bill. We are on a TS520 going into a Tintec Titan. and out to a off-center dipole. We were in Belton on Saturday for a short amount of time, probably too short, but did manage to walk away with a few items. My first Drake receiver, a Drake 2B, which I've been having a lot of fun playing with. So back to you, Jay. WA5DSS, back to net.
Okay, Bill. Yeah, good deal. Yeah, those 2Bs are fun. I had one a long time ago. Probably should have held on to it, but you know how we are. All righty. Thank you, Bill. We'll see you later. November, Yankee Zulu. Tom, where have you been?
Well, we're alive and well, I can tell you that. I don't know about the well part. Oh, K5LYN and a big group here tonight. For a guy that's retired, I sure stay busy taking care of 3 radio stations out here. Anyway, the day started with a processor at the AM station went down, and I had one I took out of there 3-4 years ago, so I had to go home and get it and put it in. And then I noticed the internet feed audio for the FM station was gone. I don't know what happened there, but I got it running too. I didn't get home until about 1 o'clock, Lynn, and I took delivery of Kenwood's latest radio now, the 890, and you're hearing it now. I began with just getting a little familiar with it, of course, and then I went to hook up the amplifier, which is an ALS 600, and it wouldn't key. And the 890 does not have the usual ALC and the relay RCA jacks on the back, so I had to go to the manual. And that was really no help. They didn't really say much about it. And all they showed was a diagram of how to hook up a 922, if you can believe that. Hell, they haven't made those for 20 years. So anyway, I was a little disappointed. And then next, a little further in the manual, talked about hooking up a transverter. And so I tried that, and believe it or not, it worked. So I don't know why, but it worked. So anyway, that's the news out of here. Good signals from everybody here tonight. And like say hello to San Angelo Bob and also Mr. Houston Dan out there. So I know you're listening too. And also that's as far as I got. And I have not gone in the menu and adjusted the equalizer for sideband or AM, so I'll probably get on that tomorrow morning, but I don't know how the audio sounds. This is just out of the box. So back to you, K5LYN and 5NYZ.
Well, this is KM5QSJ actually, and doesn't the 890 have a remote connector on the back? It should be a 7-pin or a 6-pin, 7 or 8. It's a DIN plug anyway. Doesn't it have a remote connector?
Yeah, Roger, it does. And it mentioned that, or diagram showed it. I just can't hardly solder anything anymore, and maybe I'll see if somebody could make up a cable for me. But this seems to be working here, which I'm kind of happy with. Also, this is really a hot-selling radio. I found out that it's been selling real well the last few months. The dealers are hardly keeping them in stock. In fact, Robert sold 3 of them this past weekend, so that kind of says a lot for it. The interesting part of the radio, it's quite handsome and has a lot of different features. We're all used to Kenwood stuff, but they're in a new age with this one. So have I, for that matter. K5LYN and 5NYZ.
Okay, Tom. Yeah, it is. Since I talked to you last, I have a Kenwood 990. Yes, that one's Big Brother, but the 890 probably has a little few more refinements on the receive side than mine does even. But as far as your equalization is concerned, when you get it right for your voice, you don't have to change it between AM and sideband. All you want to do is on AM maybe run a little more processor or something like that. On sideband, you don't need the processor. It's an excellent radio. Jim ZIV just got one, and they're great. But anyway, man, it's really good to hear you. I haven't heard you for a while. Lynn, do you want to say anything to Tom?
Yeah, hi, Tom. Yeah, there's two of us doing net control stuff, but good to hear you. It's been a long time since we talked. Back to you, then give it back to Jay, K5LYM. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, okay, fine, Lynn. Thank you. How's my audio? This is just out of the box. Jay, did you say I don't have to adjust much or what?
No,
I think it sounds fine here. Back to you, Jay.
Equalizer, but you sound pretty good right now. You would want to. I'm not on the right radio to be definitive, but you sound good to me. You get on the air with somebody that is used to doing that, and I'm sure they can talk you through it. It's an 18-band equalizer, so you can go from 0 to like 3,200 or something like that, and it'll really sound good. But it sounds good now, as far as I can tell.
Tom, it sounds just like you. Back to you, Tom.
Let's talk about boat anchors.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
I'm on a MC60. I had ordered I run a Heil mic normally, and I ordered the cable for it. And my UPS guy hasn't shown up this evening. It's not unusual. He doesn't get here until almost 8. Well, it's 8 o'clock already. Okay. Anyway, I'm expecting the cable, and then I'll use the Heil mic. So, okay, I don't want to tie things up here. I appreciate all the comments from everybody, and I'll probably check in with WW9W in the morning. Let's see, back to Jay, I guess, N5NYZ.
Okay, Tom. Yeah, good deal. Yeah, you'll love that radio. It's great. And I haven't heard EIJ yet. Was that you there, Mr. Joseph?
Is this the boat anchor net or what?
It is now. We haven't heard Tom in a long time. I just had to catch up.
It sounds to me like it was a Kenwood commercial.
Well, you can have your flex.
I'm Mark Joseph Absent.
How about we talk about boat anchors?
Okay,
Go ahead.
Why don't you tell us about your 200V?
Okay, boat anchors. This is Whiskey Alpha 5 Echo India Juliet. We'll try to get back on to boat anchor contest. My call sign is WA5EIJ. I'm in Magnolia. You guys are listening to a 200V Central Electronics. It is a boat anchor, not made by Kenwood. And I'm listening to you guys on a Drake R4 Charlie. And that's all I have. Back to net.
Okay, well, I can receive your boat anchor 200V very well on this Kenwood boat anchor 599D. So everything seems to be turning the right way.
Well, in the future, how about we do boat anchors on the boat anchor net?
Well, that might be a good idea. Anything else?
Let's just do boat anchors.
Okay, I think I got it. KM5QS, because it's been a while since I said that. Anyone else for the boat anchors net series? F5IS. Okay, I got MS and IS, and there was one more. Who was the other station? Well, maybe we'll catch me. MS, go ahead.
Good evening, everybody here on the boat anchor net. WJ5EMS on a Drake TR4 boat anchor radio by Drake, and using a good old aesthetic D104, sometimes called a lollipop microphone. tonight on the radio and driving the SB220 amplifier and putting it out there on 135 feet of wire. We managed to get all tuned up with a heat kit 2040. And that's about the size of it here. Back to you there, Ned.
All righty. Sounds good. It's loud. Still. Sounds great, Jim. All right, Mr. Doug, W5IS. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, good evening, Jay, and all the boat anchor bunch. And I am on all tube radio. I think it's got a couple of transistors in there, but maybe that don't count. It's a TR4 running barefoot into a double bazooka about 35 feet. And right now, my SWR is a little high on this part of the band, but I guess this old tube rig don't care a whole lot like some of the solid state do. But thank you for picking me up and run the net, Jay, you and Lynn. W5IS.
Okay, Doug, no problem. Sounded fine down here. And Lynn, I've got quite a few down here, so you want to take it back or let Rusty take a shot at it? Or Rusty, we ought to let Rusty exercise that 102.
Oh, yeah, I think we should give it to Rusty.
That sounds good to me. Rusty, go ahead. KM5QS2, WK5R.
All right, KM5QS2, WK5R. I don't have a list, so I'll just start taking check-ins here in a second. I am on a Yaesu FT102. I have the FB102DM digital remote VFO, and the microphone is an Audio-Technica AT2035, and I'm running that through a Behringer 802 into the back of the 102, which is a hybrid rig. And I'm driving the GS35BF with it at about 1,200 watts there into a fan dipole up about 50 feet. Okay, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited come now? All right, the Bravo Papa, go ahead. Is that you, Marty?
Roger. This is Marty, N5KBP. I'm not exactly on my old boat anchor right now. I've got it on the bench. I'm running the Yaesu FT102, which is, it's got 3 tubes, so excuse me, 4. It's got 3 silos and a driver. So it's semi-boat anchor. But I'm, running it tonight, and weather's hot. Well, good, it's nice outside. We got the fan going in the shack. Anyway, everybody feels good tonight. N5, Kevin, be back to me.
Okay, Marty. Sounds like a 102 to a 102 there. How about that? All right, anything else for the net?
No, they're good old rigs. I like this one. I think it's maybe a keeper.
Roger. Okay, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited come now?
Golf 5 Whiskey Papa Echo.
Okay, Whiskey Papa Echo, go ahead.
Good evening to everyone on the net. The name here is Jason. I'm located in Missouri City, just on the southwest side of Houston. Unfortunately, I didn't make Belton. I was sort of stuck on call at work, so I couldn't leave town. However, I did build a 2-ton generator since I had nothing else to do on Saturday, so I'm going to put that into this radio and check it out. The radio here is a KW Electronics, an English-made, mid-1960s all-tube radio. I'm feeding ladder lines into an attic-mounted random length dipole. The microphone is nothing special, just a cheap microphone. And with that, I guess I'll turn it back to the net. KC5WPE, back to net.
Okay, British radio sounds good there. Not real strong, we must be the wrong part, but got everything you said there. Okay, who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited come now? Contact, go ahead.
Yeah, this Dan, Rusty, there's a fellow who's really strong in here a couple of times trying to check in, and I guess either you or Jay heard him, but try that again. I think he'll come back and load a Tom up there.
Okay, I didn't hear anything, but okay. Who else out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Try it again.
I guess he gave up.
I guess so. I could hear somebody way back in there, but not good enough to even make anything out of it. All right, I'll try it one more time. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Well, not hearing anything. I guess I'll throw it back. I guess it's your turn again, Lynn. K5LYN, WK5R.
Okay, Rusty, as soon as I learn to remember how to operate my radios, we'll do it here. You're supposed to mute the receiver, right? I think I'll do better here. K5LYN returning on the Central Electronics 10A here. Yeah, we've had some longer skip. We got Wichita, Kansas, and of course we got Perry, KB0UOZ. So let's hear where all you guys over there in Mississippi and Arkansas and Florida and Nebraska. How about it? Who wants to talk boat anchors tonight? K5LYN calling and listening. Well, maybe we've covered the territory. Heard good signals from Doug there on his TR4, and a lot of good signals. It's remarkably quiet, as some of you have mentioned. Let's hope this holds out as we get into the further into the spring. Sometimes spring can be kind of noisy. I'm going to make one last call, see if anybody wants to talk boat anchors. Failing that, we'll give it to Jay, and then we'll give it back to Rusty, and we'll wind this thing down. Who else tonight? K5LYN calling and listening.
WV5OO.
Oh, okay, there's a bunch of people. That's a familiar call, but I can't call the name. Over to you.
Roger, Landon. Kilo India 5, Oscar. Mike, Southwest Travis County. I'm on the great R4A T4X into a ladder line going out to a 80-meter horizontal loop, putting out about 500 or 600 watts, using a Shure 444 desk mic. Anyways, that's it. KI500, back to Lynn.
Hey, yeah, Mike, we've been missing you. It took me a while to get all the marbles lined up here, but I think we got them. Your Drake line's sounding good. I'm beginning to hear the West Coast AMers, so maybe the band is about to open up on us. But good to hear you. Come by more often, okay?
Will do. Been tied up on a couple of projects around the house and been using up all my energy to keep the house going. Thanks, Lynn. KI500, back to net control.
Yeah, me too. The house where we live, and I'm a landlord over a rent house, and that does take our time. Okay, who else? There were others out there. K5LYN calling and listening.
WV5I.
Okay, WV5I, talk to us.
Yeah, good evening, Lynn, and the rest of the group. The name is Dwayne, WV5I in Cook County. Well, the signals were really good earlier, and then the static crashes moved in, and of course, like you mentioned, we're hearing the carriers coming from California. But you're still here nice and loud. We can hear just about everybody. Just a little lower signal. We're on the Collins S line tonight, 32S3 driving a 30S1. And the receiver is a 75S3B into an inverted B at 35 feet. And the microphone is an Electro Voice 664A.
Okay. Yeah, Dwayne, you're one of two guys that have the nerve to get on here with a 30S1. You've probably heard me say that's the only Collins piece I don't want another one of. You guys have great courage and have done nice work on those radios. Over.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah, it took some time to get it going, and a couple of people, but the last guy, we talked about that 2 weeks ago, I think. He did a real nice job, and it's working great, and I hope it stays that way.
Yeah, Mike's done great work on his. Okay, Dwayne, great to hear you. Hey, did we miss you at Belton? If I have talked to you face-to-face, I don't remember.
You know, I don't know if we have. We've probably been within 2 or 3 feet of each other in the past. It's been a few years, and I'd like to come down there, but my wife is busy working the first week of every month, and that's just a hard weekend to get down there. But maybe in the fall, we'll give it a big effort.
Okay, let's keep trying. Nice work on the Collins S line with the big Collins amplifier. All right, who else for the net? K5LYN calling and listening.
KC5L.
Okay, KC5L. Tom, how you doing? That was KC5L, wasn't it?
It was probably RON. WB5 RON.
Well, I thought I heard Tom in there, but Ron, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say hi to, I believe it was Hubert, that he has a Schwann 500C, I believe, so he kind of made mention. I don't know if he's still on, but I'm on my Schwann 500CX. But other than that, it's been a great net.
Yeah, we've had a lot of check-ins. Ron, I took my Schwann 500. In fact, I called the net last Wednesday with my Schwann 500C to make sure I sold it up at Belton on the weekend. Well, I didn't. Over.
Oh, you still have it?
Yeah, I still got it.
Well, good for you. Okay, I'll get quiet.
Yeah.
Forward to next week, WD5, RON Ron in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I like my Schwann, but I also need more room here in the shack. Good to hear you, Ron. All right, who else for the net? K5LYN, listening?
W5GK.
Okay, W5, say again?
W5GK.
Don, is that you?
Hi, this is David. We're in Mineral Wells.
Well, tell me the whole call again. I got it wrong then.
Okay, sorry. Whiskey Golf 5 Kilo.
Okay, WG5K. Okay. All right, talk to us.
We're running a little 767 with a FL 7000 on a little old bazooka antenna about 20 feet up there.
That's nice signal into Austin. Have we talked to you before? If so, I've forgotten.
No, I just come in. I hadn't been on the radio in probably 15 years. I just started back on it about 2 days ago.
Well, we're here every Wednesday evening. Most of us are on vacuum tube radios, and we enjoy it when folks come by. Clarify the call for me one more time. There's another fella with a call that's a lot like yours, and his name is Don. That's what I thought I was hearing. So, David, tell me the call exactly, will you?
Okay. That's a Whiskey Golf 5 Kilo.
Okay, WG5K. Okay, well, nice to hear you. Come by again sometime.
73.
All right, who else for the net? K5LYN, listening?
KC5L.
Okay, I thought I heard you, Tom. How you doing?
Okay, doing all right. I took up your advice. Last week I was on Electrovoice 664, and in Belton I picked up a D104, which I am now using on the Central Electronics 200B. And I'm listening on an R390A, and we're running ladder line up to a dipole up about 15 feet. So, how's my audio? Over?
I like it quite a lot, Tom. Yeah. It's got lots of nice highs in it. Joseph was here on his 200V a while ago, and he sounded good. But I like the highs that the D104 added. It makes it really, easier to understand the words.
Roger. Well, I'm going to stick with this D104. I've been testing it here, and it does sound better than the 664, so I think this will be the mic for the 200V. Anyhow, that's all I have. Back to net, KC5L.
Yeah, it's really nice to listen to. The words are crisp and clear, and they sound really good. We sure would like to see you at our gathering about Central Electronics and other vintage stuff over in the New Orleans area this July. How about it?
Well, if I can get away from work, I will definitely see if I can make it there. That would be fun to go to.
It'll be fun. I've been to I've only missed 2 of our meetings. We had them in Jonesboro, Tennessee, which was the home of Wes Shum in his later years. We were in his house, but it was so far away. Getting it into the New Orleans area gets it a lot more central, so a lot more people can come. And we're sure looking forward to it. Anyway, good to hear you, Tom. Anything else for the net this evening?
No, that's all I have. You mentioned the Tennessee gathering. I did see a bunch of pictures of that on the CE Multiphase website, so that looked like quite a gathering. Anyhow, that's all I have. Back to net, KC5L.
Yeah, it was fun because it was at Wes Shum's house, and his daughter, Diane, and her husband still live there, and they operate the place as a bed and breakfast. So, it was fun to talk to Diane about the old days, about how when she was a young kid, she was down in the basement of the house in Chicago actually learning how to wire these early Central Electronics exciters. So there was some neat history. All right, great to hear you, Tom. We'll be in touch. Look for you next week. All right, let me take one more check-in, then I'll give it to Jay, and we'll go around the circle again one more time. Who else? K5LYN, listening?
HTR.
Juliet.
Okay, I got HTR and maybe Sierra, Papa Juliet, something like that. HTR, Fred, talk to us.
Okay, yeah, good evening, Lynn. W5HTR in Richardson. I sort of disappeared. I had a landline call, and I just got off the phone. It's been almost an hour. So I just wanted to check in and say hello to everybody on the net. It was good seeing those of you that I saw down in Belton. Really enjoyed it. Had a good time. I did bring my old TR3 back home, and I'm talking on it now, so I think I'm going to keep it. So that's the story around here. Let's see. I guess I'm out of things to say. K0LYN. K5LYN. I hope I got that right. W5HTR.
The TR3 is doing a great job, Fred. I could only make Friday. You probably were not there until Saturday, maybe?
No, actually, we got there Friday early afternoon. I went down with my wife, and we actually spent the night down there Friday night. Over.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't get to meet you, or if I did, I already forgot you. But I had to leave about 3:30 in the afternoon, so you probably weren't there. But anyway, let's try again to meet up sometime.
I'm for it. Of course, I'm planning on making it in October as well. Incidentally, I also go to Mena. I've got a reservation there. And we have, of course, Hamcom in the Dallas area. So maybe you'll come up to one of these things. K5LYN, W5HTR.
Okay, Fred. We'll see. I have made Hamcom in earlier years, but I would probably like Mena better. Okay, TR3's doing a great job. Okay, who was SPJ? Sir, did I get that right? This is K5LYN, Lynn in Austin.
That's correct, Lynn. November 5, Sierra Papa Juliet. Name is Donald in Mississippi. Not sure what the net is, actually. I haven't been on the tail end of it, so I heard a few people doing their radio. I'm on the Princess line, too. And Syntec microphone, and got a near probably about 35, 42.
Okay, yeah, Mississippi. I missed the name. My name is Lynn, same as the call, K5LYN, and this is a Central Electronics 10A from the year 1952. Most of us are talking vintage radios here, but anybody's welcome that's curious about what we're doing. Tell me the name again one more time, will you? I missed it.
CSL, name is Donald. CSL.
Donald, as in Don, is that right? Okay, gotcha. Well, glad you came by, and we're here every Wednesday evening, and I'm glad to hear from Mississippi. I said where are all you guys in Mississippi a while ago, so I'm glad somebody answered the call. Over.
All right, well, let's get back to the net there. I know you're going to pass over to someone else.
Okay, very good. We're hearing the AMers from California. Good evening to our friends out there. Jay, I'll give it to you, and we'll begin to probably tie up the loose ends. KM5QS, K5LYN.
Lynn, I got a question.
Go ahead, Ron.
I'm sitting here with a brand new plug for my D104, but I'm talking on my Regency hand mic. Is it complicated to know what? No, it's this new plug is 3 wires. How do I know how to wire that?
Well, I would go to the internet, Ron.
Okay, just go to the internet.
Yeah, go to the internet. All those things you need to know can be found there.
Okay.
Okay, KM5QS, Jay, K5LYN.
Alrighty, this is KM5QS, and we're getting close to the end, folks. We've been here an hour now and had a pretty good net so far. So is there anyone that we missed we haven't talked to yet on the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now, please.
WOF.
WOF. Yes, sir, Mr. Dale. Go right ahead.
KM5QS and the Boat Anchors Unlimited. Good evening, all. Dale, K5WOF, barking into my regular setup here out in New Sweden. I got my Heil vintage GM mic and my Drake Twins T4XB and R4B, and using the transceive mode now, and pushing it with a Yaesu amplifier. I suppose that's about 500 watts or so, and it's going out to a flat top doublet. Jay, I've been meaning to say this for some time, but let me take an opportunity here. I really enjoy the Boat Anchor Unlimited net. It takes me back to a calmer, a gentler period in time when life wasn't so light speed, and it's just a real value to me to be able to operate the old rigs. And one thing that I found, the courtesy and consideration when we have our net, people tuning up, for example, their radar frequency, it's tolerated, and we all just get along just fine with that, because these rigs, you got to get them on the center line. That's all I really got there, Jay. Enjoyed Belton for the short period I was there. Looking forward to the next time there. So everybody on the Boat Anchors, 73 from K5WOF. Take her away there, Jay.
Okay, Dale. Well, I'm glad you feel that way. That's the same way a lot of us do. And these old rigs are fun. They remind us of, like you say, of a different time. But it is always refreshing to get along with folks and have a little courtesy and just enjoy things, and just for the sake of enjoyment. So I agree with you a lot, Dale, and it's a pleasure seeing you at Belton, and we'll see you again in October, Lord willing, and the creeks stay in the banks. So thank you for checking in, sir, and we'll talk to you next time. This is KM5QS, and I'm wrapping up my part of the Boat Anchors Unlimited net season, so who else did I missed?
Jay, you're just moving further and further down the band.
I am.
Yeah.
Dang. Well, it has been on a while. I haven't touched anything. Okay. I'm about done here anyway, I think. My train of thought just jumped the tracks. Rusty, WK5R, rescue me. KM5QS.
KM5QS, WK5R. Mighty way fine there. Well, I'll make a last call here and then tie the ribbons on it. Anybody else left out there want to check into the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Well, I'll do it one more time. Anybody else there we hadn't talked to that wants to check into the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now or forever hold your peace.
KV0, you always got on reject.
You go ahead, Perry.
Yeah, Rusty, I waited to make sure wasn't nobody else hadn't checked in yet. I just want to say hi to you, man. Say you're sounding good up here in the Missouri. KV0, you owe that.
Thank you, Perry. You're sounding good down here, too. Okay, with that, I didn't hear nobody else, so this is WK5R. Now closing this edition of the Boat Anchors Unlimited net and return the frequency to normal amateur use. WK5R.
Well done. All the way around, I thought. And hey, Perry, KB0UOZ, you're as strong as the Texas guys now. K5LYN.
Well, thank you, sir.
K5LYN, WA5EIJ. One quick question.
Yes, sir.
I've been asked by several people, and I've been telling them that the XYLs that come to Slidell They want to know who other XYLs are coming. Now you know I'm saying Nick's Elizabeth and David's Paula and of course Janet. But is it okay? And listen, you can say no. Is it okay to include Georgia?
Absolutely. If she's not coming, I'm not either, right?
Sir, that sounds very familiar to me.
Yeah. We'll probably, Joseph, just do it like we've done the other times. You know, we'll go down there, then we'll drive all the way up to Ohio to visit her family and stuff like that. So it'll probably be the usual family excursion.
Okay, well, what they want to know is, I'm going a little bit longer, and I'll apologize, but this is kind of boat anchor related. It's West Shum business. They want to know what they do, and I said I'm sure the girls will do some antique shopping and, shopping in general. Probably eat at a nice restaurant, but they'll be well taken care of, and they will have fun, and that's basically what I'm saying. Is that okay with you?
Well, absolutely. I'm thrilled that we're having it there instead of in Jonesboro, because there's so much more for everybody to do.
Okay, I agree. So I don't want to hog the conversation. Thanks, Lynn. WA5EIJ.
Yeah, I think it was a great net tonight. Good conditions and a lot of neat radios, and it's always a sport to see how close we can be to staying on 3870. It takes some skill to do that, and we don't always get it exactly right, but we're pretty close when I hear the recordings, and I'll look forward to it if Matt was able to get one tonight. K5LYN listening out.
Good net.
I don't know for sure. Maybe I'm closer now.
Well, is there any? You're transceiving, aren't you, Jay?
Yes, I just switched back to the transmitter VFO. I was on the receive VFO, and this is really strange because my frequency counter, which I thought I had 0, is now reading 70.28. I don't have a clue where I am. You're still off frequency.
Yeah, you're 100 high now. You were 100 or 150 low, but you're 100 high now.
Yeah, Dan is exactly correct. Jay, do you know if that's one of those deals where you have to check and see if the transmit and receive are on the same frequency once in a while?
Well,
I went back the other way again.
Damn, I think cornbread's affected him tonight.
Well, see, I know that the Yaesus were pretty bad about getting off between transmit and receive, and the Drakes can be. So, that would be worth looking at.
Well, it's set of twins, so each one's got its own VFO, so naturally they can be off, but I'm working on one VFO or the other, so I don't know. It's going to take some practice and line it up. And I had it 0 feet against the 990 earlier, but it's probably drifted off.
Well, but see, like my Drake twins, Jay, the R4B, and I found this out when I was trying to use it in this transceive configuration, that it would shift a little bit between receive and transmit. The VFO, even though I was totally on the VFO in the receiver, it shifted a little bit between transmit and receive. So I was listening to people on one frequency. As soon as I talked, I wasn't on that frequency anymore.
So
have you ever tried using headphones?
I think maybe there's some that could be going on. There could be a little bit of because the way it's hooked up, they're kind of hooked together, sort of on the same deal. But anyway, we'll get it figured out.
Well, put on a set of headphones plugged in with a 990. And tune the radio till you sound right on the 990.
Yeah, or chirp it in. That's the easiest way.